Hi! So I worked in a cafe this summer while people did real-life internships that sound good on the resume. I'm 20 years old, I'm a university student, and I don't want you to feel bad if you're working in a cafe or if you worked in McDonald's or a fast food place or a quote-unquote minimum wage place over the summer or during the semester, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. People always put their positions and humble bragging on LinkedIn, so if you need to humble brag your cafe experience and make it sound LinkedIn worthy, or you ever need to write in an essay or talk about your experience what you learned in a cafe in a future employer interview, this video is for you because working in a cafe is not easy, it is not something to be looked down upon, it is something to be respected, and you should be proud of working in a cafe and not be ashamed. So, as per every single LinkedIn post out there, here are the important things you learn while working at a cafe. So number 1, you learn time management and coordination, especially well. Because girl, you're working in a cafe, you're working with real life customers, real life orders, real life cooking mama and cooking fever. Like if the customers get mad at you, they're gonna leave. Or they're gonna call up the manager and be a Karen. Or they're gonna be polite and wait patiently, as they should. But anyways, if you work in a cafe, you need to know how to time manage. So you gotta take orders at the same time. While you make orders, while you work with your employees to see what order they're making and coordinate, you need to do many things simultaneously at once. And you need to know how to do it in the most time efficient way possible. So working in a cafe is definitely learning time management and learning coordination in the bestest way possible in real life. The next thing you should be proud of is having good memory. I mean, granted, having good memory is useful and necessary for every industry that you will work in. And if you're working in a cafe, you literally have to remember what the coffee recipes are, what the sandwich recipes are, where the ingredients are stored. Like you gotta have to embed it in your neurons. So, I mean, working in a cafe, your memory gotta be top notch, baby. You gotta know how to make the orders. Every customer has different taste acquisitions. So if you're writing a LinkedIn post, the second thing you should write down is, I have amazing memory because I know how to make all the orders by the dot. And you should be proud of that. The third thing that you should be proud of when you're working in a cafe is that you're extremely adaptable. Like who knows, somebody might just food panda 30 cups of different types of tea and coffee for a conference. You need to know how to adapt to make the orders in time while managing your real life in-person orders. You need to know how to change your plans, your internal plans, when you have an idea of, okay, this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make this order first and then go make this coffee while the panini is paniniing. 20 orders come in, you need to know how to scrap that, change that on the dot, and come up with a new plan to adapt to the new orders. And that's the third thing you should be proud of, being adaptable at a cafe. Fourth thing you'd be proud of is that by working in a cafe, you are able to keep calm and organized in literal chaos. In real life, a less stigmatized job, let's say an office job, you need to know how to be organized when you suddenly get 100 emails you need to respond to by the end of the day when it's already 4 p.m. You definitely learn that skill, you acquire that skill, and you should be proud of it. Period. The last thing that you can include in your LinkedIn post to humble brag about your cafe experience is confidence. By working at a cafe, you're learning so many real life skills, so many things that cannot be taught in a textbook or in class. So even though it is minimum wage, I strongly believe and recommend everyone to work in a cafe at least once in their life. I mean, granted, people think it's a chill job and it's a really comfortable job, which I mean, I'm not arguing against. But the skills you learn is immaculate, is priceless, and I think everyone should do it. Because why not? Like, yes, I could be doing an internship at a world-class business outfit that looks really fancy schmancy on the resume. But I think that working in a cafe is even more useful. It's gaining real-life hard skills that are transferable in whatever aspect you want to go into life. I think it's great. So yeah, that's my coffee experience. I worked at a cafe and finally started drinking coffee. My recipe is 2 double shots coffee with coconut water filled to the max of the cup. That's my bomb recipe. I drink it every day at work. Now I'm doing an exchange semester in Tokyo. What's life? It's 1 a.m. Tokyo time. I'm in my dorm room recording this. I genuinely really think that everybody, regardless of skill, experience, expertise, has to work in a restaurant industry job at least once in their life. I know this is some of people's realities, which I so wholeheartedly respect, but for those who's never even stepped foot in a restaurant, you never know what goes on behind your plate of food when you've never worked in it. So go work in a cafe, even though people say it's a lame job. Go do something great today. Bye guys!